Hello, and thanks again for joining me as I continue to provide coverage for the 2015 South Carolina Horticulture Industry Trade Show. And today with me I have Steve Compton, Invasive Species Coordinator. And Steve, I was wondering if you could just first tell me what brought the plant industry department here today.
Well, this is an educational display that we have, and we came to the show to tell people about invasive species and about the nursery certification. So if you are growing plants or want to move plant material interstate or in the state, then you can come and talk to us and get information about it.
Okay, and with Clemson being originally established as an agriculture-based university, can you explain the importance of the agriculture department to the state?
Well, Clemson does a lot of research. We have research stations located across the entire state, and we do research on new varieties. We do plant breeding. The university also does a lot of research at the molecular level. So we're very involved in the agriculture in South Carolina. It's a very important part of what we do. And our department, the Department of Plant Industry, is part of the regulatory division, and our job is to help protect agriculture in South Carolina.
Can you tell me about some of the financial consequences that would come from the plant industry? Like, how are you directly related to the financial stability of the state?
Right. Well, if you have invasive species move in, then that causes the use of more chemicals, which costs money and costs fuel and time. So we're looking for invasive species that would hurt crops and the environment and people. So medical costs, things like that. But in agriculture, we try to protect agriculture from these invasive species that are moving in and attack our food.
Okay. And in South Carolina, we usually see a lot of extension in master gardener agents surrounding the state. And I was wondering if you could explain how they originally got started. The Master Gardener Program.
The Master Gardener Program. Well, we're not actually part of the Master Gardener Program, but a lot of those people help us because they're our eyes out there, and they're looking for invasive species or plants that look like they don't belong here, or people talk to them and tell them information, and then they alert us to any problems in the state. So we work very closely together, although we're a separate entity in the university.
Okay, and today during the trade show, you have a lot of pamphlets that you've been passing around. I was wondering if you just first explain to me the plant problem and nematode assay lab.
Yeah, the plant problem clinic. What you can do is if you have a plant or animal that's, well, not animals, but plants, or you want nematode assays done, you can send samples in to the plant problem clinic, and you can go online to find the forms to fill out and send it to them, and for a very small cost, usually $10 or $20, they can tell you what's wrong with the plant so that you would know what kind of chemicals or how to control that particular pest that's attacking your plant. So this is a very important part, and it's a very crucial tool for farmers out there that want to know about if they have bad nematodes in the soil or what diseases they have.
All right, I was wondering if you could also explain the nursery and dealer licensing program.
Right. Okay, the nursery and dealer licensing program, we have inspectors that travel across the state, and they will help people who want to engage in the production of plant material, and they will help them get registered, or people who want to sell plant material. And the purpose of this is the inspector goes in and makes sure that their products are free of insects and diseases, and they would also assist them in finding if they had a problem and finding who would be able to help them solve those problems.
Okay.
So that's one of the main parts of our program that we do is we inspect the nurseries to make sure that they're clean so that the homeowner buys clean nursery stock.
Yeah, and you don't continue contamination along nurseries across the state.
Exactly, yeah, because plant material moves all around, and we don't want insects or diseases moving with them.
And I was wondering if you could explain two projects which I know are personal, are of a personal interest to you, the emerald ash borer and the Congo grass.
Right. The emerald ash borer is a very important insect as far as forestry and trees are concerned. It actually burrows into the ash trees and girdles inside and create tones. They create a little V-shaped hole as they enter, but inside they actually eat out the tree and will eventually cause the death of the tree. And they're pretty much specific to ash, although they have been, there's been one other plant that they find that the emerald ash borer is now attacking. And then also another important program, and this is one that I've worked on for many years, is we're trying to locate and to eradicate infestations of coconut grass in South Carolina. And so anyone who suspects that they have coconut grass, they can go online. We have a web page built that will train you how to identify it, and there's even a button you can push, and it will bring up a screen where you can report if you suspect that you have found it, and then we'll send an inspector out to look at it, and then we'll also assist homeowners with the eradication of coconut grass.
Can you explain why coconut grass is such a major problem?
Well, one of the things that happens is it forms a monoculture. It is very aggressive, and it will take over natural areas and pretty much exclude everything else except for it'll just make coconut grass. And in forestry, it's a problem because this is a very flammable plant when it goes dormant or even when it's green, and if it catches on fire or if it gets into the forest, it can burn so hot that it would kill grown pine trees. So for the forestry industry, it is very important that we keep this out of the state.
Okay. And finally, what do you see as Clemson's future being a leading agriculture-based university?
I think our university is committed to protecting and to continue to improve agriculture in the state. And we have breeding programs going on. We have even at the molecular level, things going on that would help detect and make agriculture a more important part of our state.
Okay. I'd like to thank you again for the interview. It's been very good.
Thank you, sir.